All right, Steelers Nation, how are we doing? Today's a new episode of the Here We Go podcast, episode 4, coming at you in a moment. First and foremost, I would just like to thank you all for all the support on the shorts, and we're starting to do better on these podcast episodes. So thank you guys very much, and let's keep on pushing. Now getting into the off-season plan, though. We'll start with the quarterback position. As I said in the episode yesterday, Matthew Stafford is my number one target, so we'll be making Matthew Stafford the quarterback of the Steelers in this offseason plan. All right, the trading price to get Stafford will probably be a bit hefty, but I'd be okay with giving them a first-round pick. In return, we get Matthew Stafford in the third-round pick. I'd be perfectly cool with making that deal. And at QB2, I would want to take maybe a Will Howard or Riley Leonard, someone like that in the draft. Unless we can trade for Joe Milton. But in this offseason plan, we'll just say that we draft a quarterback. All right. And then we'll have Skylar Thompson as QB3 as they did sign him earlier this offseason. Now we can go into the running back position. We're going to keep Jalen Warren. We're going to re-sign him. And then we're going to draft Cam Scadaboo, as I did in my mock draft the other day. I love Cam Scadaboo. He's my top 20. He's just an absolute Jerome Bettis. He's a bust. He'll run you over. So, Cam Scadaboo, Jalen Warren, and then we'll bring in maybe a Nick Chubb to be that RB3 power guy we can rely on in case Scadaboo or Warren don't work out, unless an unfortunate injury occurs. But now at the receiver position, we got George Pickens. We're not trading him. We're going to keep him. And then at receiver 2, we're going to pick up Devontae Adams, who we're going to say the Jets are cutting, and we're going to sign him to a 1-year, $22.5 million contract, maybe 2 years, 46 or something in that ballpark. Then at tight end, we're going to keep everything the same. We got Donald Parham, Connor Hayward, Darnell Washington, and Pat Freiermuth. I'm perfectly cool with all those guys. And then at the O-line, I'm cool with what it is. I wouldn't hate trying to bring in a kind of swing tackle, kind of like Cornelius Lucas, Washington Commanders left tackle and right tackle. He can be a reliable backup in case Broderick Jones continues on his downward path. But hopefully he has a bounce back year this year because he showed signs of improvement. Just couldn't really get to that level. And Troy Fautanu is going to be a monster. I guarantee you that. Okay, now into the defensive side of the football. We're going to move Keanu Benton to the 5 technique. He'll be going to left end. We'll have Cam Hayward at right end. And then we'll bring in Milton Williams from the Eagles, who's an absolute monster. And if the Steelers want to contend and they want to be just like the Eagles, they got to bring in some studs like that. Milton Williams had a great Super Bowl, and he was really just great all year. He was good in run defense. He was good getting after the quarterback. And, we can play him in the 5-3 technique. And Keanu Benton would just play the opposite of Milton Williams. And then going to the linebacker cores, I wouldn't be opposed to Alex Highsmith trade just because Nick Herbig is an absolute monster. He's a stud. But in this, I feel like it's more realistic that we keep Alex Highsmith. So I'm going to do that. And, Nick Herbig, we're going to have a 3 edge rusher package because Nick Herbig has to be on the field. He is so good. So we'll make sure he gets on the field. We're going to cut Preston Smith, which the Steelers already did. And we'll bring back Jeremiah Moon. And then for the interior linebackers, also known as the middle linebackers, we're going to have Patrick Queen. We'll cut Cole Holcomb. And then we're going to try to re-sign Landon Roberts. And then we're also going to have Payne Wilson, who had a great rookie season. And then to fill in for Cole Holcomb, I would like a Jack Gibbons, a bigger middle linebacker, a guy that's tough. He's a little bulky, and he's got some nice hit power. And now for the cornerback, we're gonna have Joey Porter Jr. in the 1, and then we're gonna make a couple signings here. Actually, 1 signing and 1 draft. So that's all right. We're gonna draft Maxwell Harrison to be our cornerback 2 alongside Joey Porter Jr. And then we'll sign Mike Hilton to be our slot cornerback. He used to be in the Berg, but then they let him walk in free agency. But I think they don't really have a slot corner. You have Beanie Bishop. He's solid, but I think they can improve there. So I would love for them to bring back Mike Hilton to the Berg. And then for safeties, I feel pretty good there. Minka's going to stay. Deshaun Elliott had a great year. Miles Killebrew, he was good. He's solid for us, and he's also great on special teams. He'll stay. I wouldn't be opposed to bringing in an Isaiah Simmons, kind of like a hybrid type player. So we'll bring in Isaiah Simmons and let DeMonte KZ walk. And then for special teams, Chris Boswell obviously staying. Christian Kuntz was a good long snapper. Calvin Austin, Jalen Warren, all those guys were good in the return game. And for punter, we're going to have Cam Johnson back there, the Aussie native. We'll let Corliss Waitman, who did a really solid job, walk. With that being said, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.